So Tyreek Hill is one of the greatest wide receivers we have ever seen to touch a football. And he is one of the best wide receivers in this generation. And is the best wide receiver in the league and not named Justin Jefferson. But I'm going to be telling y'all why him, Tua, Waddle, Mostert, and Devon and Shane, they're not going to be enough for this team, the Chiefs team, and the reigning Super Bowl champions. And a lot of people probably don't believe me. But to be honest, I really don't think they're going to have enough firepower. I mean, the Dolphins are kind of depleted. They have a lot of injuries. And let's take a look at their injuries, actually. We're going to take a look at the Dolphins' injuries. I do think that these injuries could affect the outcome of the matchup. I really think it could affect the outcome. When you look at both teams obviously have injuries entering the postseason. But Miami's just more depleted, man. Like, especially on defense. They lost their top 3 pass rushers to injuries, so it forced them to sign Justin Houston, Bruce Irvin, and Malik Reed. Those dudes are not going to do anything, right? Because Bradley Chubb has an ACL tear. Jalen Phillips has an Achilles tear. Andrew Van Ginkel has a messed up foot. So when they played the Buffalo Bills, their pass rush was like nearly non-existent. That's why it was so easy for the Bills to get the win. The Dolphins finished the regular season. My bad, I had got a phone call. But yeah, as I said, the Dolphins finished the regular season with 56 sacks. 23.5 of them was from Chubbs, Phillips, and Van Ginkel. This week, Miami has also added linebackers Jerome Baker and Cameron Good to their injury reserve list. So the players responsible for nearly half of the team's 2023 sacks will not be allowed to play on Saturday night. They also have some questions in the secondary. 3 starters. Cornerback Xavier Howard is ruled out. LaShawn Elliott and Javon Holland has not practiced in preparation for the Chiefs, and they're both questionable. So even with our offense struggling throughout the season, we haven't been that horrible to the point where we would lose to a team with none of their players on defense, to be honest. Our injury is at left tackle, but they have no D linemen, so it's like whatever. I mean, it's rare for a team in the playoffs to be at full strength, but I do think Kansas City does have the edge. The Miami Dolphins defense is depleted across the board, and I really think it could affect the outcome of this wild card matchup. So look out for Isaiah Pacheco to definitely have a good game tomorrow, and Mahomes to definitely be making them passes because it's going to be literally no pressure. Now, just defending their speed on the ground is what we're going to have to do. Chain is a weapon. He's deadly. He's a weapon and he's deadly. We have to literally watch him. We have to watch Mostert. Them dudes is deadly. We have to watch Tyreek and Waddle on passes. Mahomes, he's going against Vic Fangio, which is a good defensive coordinator. And we definitely have to watch out for Vic. We have to watch out for Vic. He's a very good player. And he knows how to, I said very good player, I'm sorry, very good play caller. He knows Mahomes' weaknesses because, he used to be the DC for Denver. So we definitely going to have to look out for that. But since the Dolphins have a horrible front, we definitely have to overwhelm them. And Isaiah Pacheco has to take advantage of the offensive line winning the battle up front, especially on stretch runs because they have no edges. So I do think that if we have a consistent ground attack, we could definitely easily win this game. So them not having those players definitely does give us an edge over them. And I do believe that Tyreek Hill will get locked up. The Dolphins will get locked up. They won't be able to score in Arrowhead, not against this top defense. And I think we're going to have our way for most of the game, man. I don't really see how we can't. Like I said, they're very depleted on defense. Pacheco should definitely have a monstrous game. We should keep handing the ball off to Pacheco literally until this man gets to 200 yards on the game. I feel like Andy Reid cannot at all let go of the run game. Like, he has to keep it going. He can't let go of the running game. Can't let go of the ground attack. He has to stay locked in. And he has to game plan perfectly against the Miami Dolphins because you want to build momentum when we head into that divisional at Orchard Park in Buffalo, which is going to be a very hard game to overcome. You know, seeing the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, that's there. Like, that stadium's no joke, man. Like, you don't really want to go over there playing around and not at your best, like at your best as a team. And I trust Mahomes. I trust Reed. I trust Kels. I trust Pacheco. I trust the pros on defense. I trust All-Pro Chris Jones, All-Pro Trent McDuffie. Should have been All-Pro Snead. I trust them in his playoff run. I trust wide receiver ones to be erased out of the game. There's not going to be no wide receiver ones that's going to be having their way. It's not going to happen. And I just can't wait to see it, man. I think people's overreacting to how bad our offense is. Like, I know we haven't been the best offense this year, but at the end of the day, the Chiefs have still put up good numbers throughout the season, and we've had our games where the offense was on their A game. And this defense has been a historical defense for the Kansas City Chiefs. So if you think that we don't have what it takes to go back to the Super Bowl, then you're just delusional when you want the Kansas City Chiefs to fail, because I know that this team has what it takes to go right back to the Super Bowl. They have a top 2 defense. Like, I really think they have, like, the Chiefs have the second best defense in the NFL right now. And our offense is at the middle of the pack, with Andy Reid as the best play caller of all time. And then you got Patrick Mahomes, who's the most talented quarterback of all time. And then you got Travis Kelce, who's the best tight end of all time. So we have some all-timers on this offense that's definitely going to lead us to victory when it matters the most. And you got dudes like Pacheco, who's going to show up. You know, he showed up last playoffs, so I don't know why y'all think he wouldn't show up this playoffs. Pacheco is one of them dudes that he's going to always play like it's his last day on earth, right? So we have a running back like that, which makes everything perfect. And then we have Rashee Rice, who's a very, very talented wide receiver. And I do believe he's also going to show up very big in these playoffs, man. So at the end of the day, I just love what I'm seeing from this Chiefs team. Even though the offense hasn't been the best, these dudes still have talent, and the defense is literally historic. I love what they're doing. I know they're going to get turnovers. I know they're going to get stops. I know they're going to make big plays that's going to help us win these games. And I just can't wait to see it. We're fully healthy on defense except for Brian Cook. But we have Bolton back. We have all the linebackers. We have our D-line. We have our corners. So we should be very good on defense. Offensively, we don't have McKinnon, but we do have Clyde, Perine, Pacheco. All our wide receivers should be good to go. And I really believe Andy Reid is going to be in his bag this playoffs. I mean, bro, this season, I feel like he wasn't really play calling like how he's supposed to. I think he's going to be in his bag in this postseason. And I think Patrick Mahomes is going to lock in. And I can't wait to see it. I know we're not going to be wild card exits. That's just not how the Kansas City Chiefs roll. So I know we're going to win this game. And I think we're going to dominate the Miami Dolphins. This has been your boy Chiefs Priority. And I'm out. Peace.